Bum, 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 bum. Oh. Hello, guys. Remember this game? This is Feed the Beast, and I'm in creative mode. Here we go. Hello, world. I'm going to start off and talk at the same time. For those of you who have never watched me before, my name is Sinapse, and I used to play this game called Minecraft. And in the Minecraft, there are mods. And there is specifically a mod pack called Feed the Beast. And that is what I'm playing right now. Come on, zombie. Die off. I've been sitting here. Oh, I got a zombie head. Look at that. Also, I started on fire. That's annoying. Yes, so I am playing Feed the Beast, a collection of mods. I actually made my own pack. It's very simple, very not extravagant. It only has a few mods. It has some magic mods, it has some tech mods, it has kind of a balance of both. So that I can kind of progress any way I want. I guess the big mods would be Ars Magica 2. Oh, there are some skeletons down there that have spawned during the night. Let's continue getting some spruce wood. So Ars Magica 2, Thaumcraft, we got Blood Magic, we got Twilight Forest for your magic mods, pretty much the big ones. Tech mods, we got Buildcraft, Forestry, Thermal Expansion. We have Applied Energistics for the OP storage capacity. Of course, Industrial Craft, a staple of most mod packs since forever. Along with that is GregTech. GregTech has been turned to pretty much all easy mode. As much as I can make it easy mode anyways. Meaning that we don't need like 20 million iron ingots to make an iron pickaxe like the default crafting recipe in GregTech is. You need to like make an iron hammer and then like an iron file and make those with iron ingots, and then you can make an iron pickaxe. That is not the case. They look rubber. That's always good to have. I don't know why these are glowing. I didn't actually ever try to test these. Oh, I think it's like the sun shining through as I'm breaking the block. Magical. So you may notice that everything looks a little bit fancier than normal. Just a tiny bit. And that is because I'm running shaders for the first time ever in my Minecraft career. Since I had already installed Forge, I was, able just to throw in the shader mod. I'm gonna start clearing a little area here. I think our first few days are going to consist of a hut in the middle of this grove biome, in which we will sort of shop for a little bit. I did a lot of creative mode flying over to load a lot of world, and this is a mod called Opus, and it adds this awesome map. And you can see an overview. So we are on this continent right here. I tweaked Biomes of Plenty a lot to get generation like this. I took out a lot of biomes that I did not want. Changed the landmass frequency and stuff like that so that we don't have as much ocean, because I feel like it spawned with a lot of ocean. The first few worlds I generated, so I toned that down a little bit to get more landmass. Took out a lot of the repetitive biomes, or like the really useless ones, because the problem I had with it was it made, oh look, water. That's annoying. It made finding the default biomes really, really difficult. And while that's not such a big deal for some people, there are some mods, including Ars Magica, that we'll have things that only generate in the default biomes, like desert. And I kind of started a little single-player playthrough by myself, not recording or anything, just kind of test out the pack and stuff. And I was having a huge difficulty finding any sort of desert to find the materials I needed, which was annoying. So I tweaked those generation settings to my liking, so I did not have to wander 20 minutes just to find a desert. So you'll probably not see as many biomes as, you know, some other people might have in Biomes of Plenty, but I like my setup best, and that's how that's going to be. Oh, hold on, I have to do something real quick over there. Alright, and let's just make a furnace right now. I have a zombie head already. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but I have one. Let's make a double chest, as all good first day of Minecraft people do. Oh, we got berries. Okay, we'll put this in there for fuel and our eventual needs. Let's make 2 swords, because swords are very important so that you do not die. So yeah, I promised I would do this for a while now, and I've finally gotten around to it. And by gotten around to it, I mean finally worked out all the bugs and all the issues that I was having. Configured everything to work right finally. And we're going to make a waypoint. That's not it. Period. There we go. Home. Group. Default. Alright, so now we have a marker, which we can see on the map, but you cannot see it in the world, which is fine. I don't really care. So yeah, we have shaders. This is called Paulos Lagless Shaders version 3, which I tweaked a bit. I mean, I tweaked everything in this, in all of this entire thing, so pretty much assume that everything's been tweaked. But I tweaked the color values for water to make it a bit more vibrant, because I kind of like the I don't know, the bright bluey green. The downside of it is if we find like a swamp, there's some of the swamp biomes that look like bright neon obnoxious green, which is kind of funny, but at the same time also pretty much unavoidable, unless I didn't see any sort of config for that. I guess I could probably go into Biomes of Plenty and maybe change some color values for water, but that was I already did a ton of work to make this all work. So the plan for this is to, well, obviously right now I'm recording, is to make a base, a little house today. And I'm gonna do most of the grindy stuff off camera. I'm really not gonna show you much of the boring, you know, gather materials, go mining, everything on camera, because it's really boring. I'm gonna pre-prepare materials I need to build stuff, and I'll like set stuff up, the gathering materials and all that jazz will all be done off camera. I'm going to try, and I'm gonna make sure I stick to that. Let's kill this pig for some bacon. You can tell my frame rate's a little bit low. It's only at 16 frames. I don't know if I'm gonna keep these shaders forever. I was getting a good 29 when I was not recording. I didn't expect it to drop quite this much. It's still playable, but it's not ideal. Of course, I'm also running, this is Witchwood from Ars Magica 2. I'm also running the server on this computer as well. I gave the server 4 gigs of RAM. My client is running off 4 gigs of RAM, and then I have another 8 gigs for just background space, which I think should be fine, but maybe I should give a little bit more RAM to the client, and maybe my frame rate will improve a little bit. That's all we're going to take for now, because we don't really need all that much. And let's eat some berries. Wow, those eat fast. Okay, I have enough wool to make a bed. We have a floating slime island up there. This is called Alpha Origin Valley. So this is like the alpha colors from back when Minecraft was in alpha. So like the alpha colored trees and the grass, the bright green grass. You can see in the bottom right down here, where I'm mousing over, I have a mouse over text set up. It's called from the Wila mod, which is what am I looking at? Which auto displays. In the top left we have damage indicators, which also serve as kind of a scouting device, essentially. You see, so that right there was the thing I could not find forever in my world that I played in by myself, which is required for Ars Magica pretty extensively. It only generates in what it considered desert, and apparently Origin Valley is considered desert, or at least part of Origin Valley is considered desert. So I'm able to find them in here, which is nice. This is also Ars Magica. I'll get into all that stuff later. Primarily, I think I'm going to start off with mostly magic. If I need something automated, I'm going to go to computer craft for basic automation, such as like maybe food, maybe like a potato farm or something, and not do the whole industrial craft. Those are hectates from, I think, from Ars Magica, and they will hurt you. So let's run away. So yeah, I'm gonna try to focus mostly on magic. I'm gonna play through as much Magica stuff as I can. And Ars Magica is it's a big mod. It takes a lot of grinding, and the way it works is there's basically, you can create spells, and each spell can have different components, and each component can be part of a different like class, essentially. And so there's the offensive, there's the defense, and then there's like utility, different classes. And offense is stuff like magic damage, fire damage, electric damage, etc. Defense is stuff like slow your fall so you don't take fall damage. Oh, excuse me. Burping. So you don't take fall damage, stuff like just increase your armor, heal yourself, etc. And then like utility is like speed yourself up, all that sorts of stuff. It's pretty standard, or at least what I would consider standard magic systems. If you're familiar with a magic system, then you could probably grasp Ars Magica. I have this set to utility. I'm not going to cheat stuff in, so that's just set to recipe. I'm not going to touch the time unless I really need to. For like, right before I started recording, I said this today. I was also in creative mode, so I just was AFK, making sure everything was working. I won't change the weather unless it's really distracting, but I will use the delete mode because it's basically just the same thing as chucking it on the ground, except for I don't have to worry about item lag on the ground and stuff. Oh right, you can't turn those into blanks because you need to like put them in an extractor or something. So yeah, that's the general plan. After I get a lot of the magic stuff done, and not just Ars Magica, I want to go into the blood magic, which is kind of it's a different type of magic system, less focused on spell casting and more focused on like creating weapons and armor and sigil things, which are basically, they're like spells, but like they're an actual item that you have to hold and activate, and large rune systems in the ground or on the ground. It requires a lot of grinding, but it seems very fun and it's very cool looking. And so I'll get into that after I do a little bit of Ars Magica, because how you start off with blood magic, obviously, is you use your blood. So you sacrifice your own health points in order to start filling up a blood altar, and then your blood points, which are called LP, life points, I think, will allow you to transmute different materials on this blood altar into useful materials for becoming a blood mage. And So I'll do that a bit further because it's also a bit more resource intensive. You have to use a lot of diamonds and such to kind of start off the mod. I'm gonna do that. That was stupid. I wanted to put it there. It's hard to talk and build stuff in Minecraft at the same time. It's been a while since I've done it. Not used to it. So yeah, I'm gonna start off with Ars Magica. Probably Thaumcraft too. I haven't actually looked at the new Thaumcraft. Thaumcraft has gone an entire version update since, if you've been watching for a while, since my previous server and previous playing on that server. It has gone up an entire version, and it has changed a whole heck of a lot of stuff. I don't have enough wood. Now I want to make sure I use those Mine Factory loaded rubber trees, which are pretty common, which is why I started building out of them. And they give me rubber at the same time. Oh, Mine Factory loaded also in this pack. Another tech mod. It's kind of overpowered. There's some exploits you can do with it that make it really stupid. Although I think squid power was nerfed. There was like a thing where you could like catch a squid with a rancher, and then like have it give you squid ink sacs, and then you could use those ink sacs in industrial craft to generate some sort of biofuel and basically produce infinite power from like 3 squids to power your entire base. I think they nerfed that in the update I have, so I can't do that. I'm not going to try to do exploity unlimited stuff. I'm really going to avoid tech for the most part for a long time. Like I said, if I do want to automate things to an extent, I'll be using computer craft turtles because I love to program things. I am going for computer science as my current degree path in college. So, you know, might as well give myself a little bit more experience in the programming by using computer craft for as many things as I can. Computer craft is still exactly the same, although the dev has been talking about future changes on his website. So that might be coming soon. We might update to that. I hear a skeleton. Okay. I don't know where that skeleton was. Maybe underground. He's like diagonally forward and right of me. Oh, he's under the shadow of... There's 2 of them. Alright, time to run. Stupid shadow. Die here. Aha! Did not die there. Wow. Maybe rotten flesh. Maybe that'll give me up just to regenerate a little bit. Alright. Okay, you can see in the middle I have a little debuff icon in the middle right next to my cursor, and also on the right side you can see what debuff I have and the amount of time for it. I don't know what mod that comes from, so don't ask me. I just know it's in my pack. I will probably list the full pack details in the description, just so you guys know what I'm playing with. Currently, I don't know. I've been debating this. I don't know whether I want to, you know, have other people besides just my few close friends play on the server. Right now, I am just hosting it off of my computer, so I don't really think that'll happen off of my computer, you know, host. But I have been looking into, you know, purchasing or renting or whatever a server slot at like MC Pro Hosting or whatever, and having a server slot there that I can allow people to play on. But if I was going to do that, I'd probably make it so that you had to pay like a donation to get on, just to try and support the cost of it, because I am an unemployed college student, full-time student, so I don't really have any money. And while I wish I could make enough money off YouTube to like justify this, I really can't. I made all of like $10 in my entire YouTube career, which has been like a year now. So can't really say that I have enough money to just rent out this server and allow people to play on it for nothing. So if you would be interested in paying like $5 and getting on the server, leave a comment. Can you use these to... You can use these to make torches. I thought so. Very useful. I remember that, and that always seemed really OP to me. Cool, we got a house. So yeah, if you'd be interested in getting on a server this server for like $5, leave a comment, and I might contact you guys if there are like 3 or 4 people that would want to do it. I'd at least rent it out for a good 2-3 months, and just kind of take it from there. So yeah, that's what I have to say about that. We have another witchwood thing there. Let's open up our map. What do we have around here? So this is grassland. We got the Grove, Origin Valley. Over here we have a mangrove. This is like a haunted forest, I think. This is just like some autumn forest. It's a volcano biome. We have a village here and a village there. I didn't check them while I was flying over in creative. The reason I just flew over in creative and explored all this was to generate the chunks, to see if it was a good save that I would want to continue playing on, or if it was just a piece of junk. And it turned out pretty good. So I continued playing on it, and here we are. That's how the story goes. Right now, though, I think it is about time to start caving. I'm going to do this one and basically only caving run on camera for just basic stuff. And then after that, it's pretty much all going to be off camera. So unless you guys really, really want me to go caving on camera, I really don't see any reason to keep it on, or keep my recording on while doing it. It's generally a pretty boring task, especially if I'm going just like strip mining. I'm not going caving. It's especially boring then. But I'm gonna go try to go into a cave here somewhere. Oh, I fell into the water hole. Trying to go into a cave here just to make it a little bit entertaining. So I do have to deal with monsters and stuff, and darkness and all that jazz. Shaders, pretty darn cool. I really wish that some other ones were compatible with my hard drive, my video card. I have a Radeon HD 6700, which is not a bad card. It's like 1 gig of DDR3 video memory. It's about 3 or 4 years old now. Huh, I cannot find a good cave entrance. Oh, is that one? What is this? Is this just a shadow glitch? Oh, well, we got copper. Our first ore of the game, of the server, of this playthrough. Copper from thermal expansion, kind of useful. Apatite, not really useful at all. Unless I really go heavily into forestry, which I'm not planning on it because they kind of made what everyone used it for. They nerfed them. Nerfed all those farms significantly, so that they're really cost intensive to set up, to almost the point where by the time you have them set up, you'd already have a better method of getting those materials that you're farming in place. So they basically cut their people that would want to use it out of there. But I'm going to try in the end game to diversify as much as I can. I don't want to just do everything with industrial craft and tech, even though I probably could do everything feasibly possible and just throw it all into applied energistics and have it all autocraft for me and infinite storage in the palm of my hand and whatever. I could do that, but I'm going to try to avoid it because that is how I get burned out so quickly, is if you literally complete everything in one way and it's super easy. It almost leads there to be no point in playing because you have everything made for you in a boring way. But I want to try to incorporate as much just cool looking shit as I can into this playthrough, which is why I'm going to do all magic stuff. because a lot of it looks really, really cool, and it's really fun. And it's just a completely different experience than if you would play through it just focusing on the tech mods. And I know some of my friends are going to be on this server, and they're probably going to focus on industrial craft and Greg Tech and all that stuff because they enjoy that more. Or they might be focusing on like Thaumcraft before I do. I know Thor was really big into Thaumcraft on the last server, and he's already said that he wants to definitely do that before anything else on the new one with the new update and stuff. So he'll probably be doing that. I'll be doing Ars Magica and Blood Magic primarily, and then going to Thaumcraft later. So, I mean, everyone's going to play it a bit differently. I'm expecting to have 3 or 4 different people on this server regularly of my friends, so we'll probably have 3 or 4 different playstyles. And, I mean, no one's better than the other one. They all, oh geez, oh, that was a stupid mistake. Never dig up, kids. Never dig straight up. You can dig up, but not straight up. It's just asking to get yourself killed. And crushed or drowned in lava. Drowned in lava, burned by lava. Really hoping to find some better iron. I guess I'm really not low. I'm not really in a cave. I'm just in a little outjet. Coal is useful though. Coal is pretty much the most useful resource in this entire game, simply because it is the universal fuel source. If you have a machine in some mod and it needs power, I almost guarantee you that the generator is going to take coal. Industrial craft, the basic generators are coal. We got build craft. You need, you know, like the thermal engines require coal. Thermal expansion requires coal for the primary stations. You can go into like lava-based stuff later, but like you definitely need coal for everything to start off. I kill chickens because I will need feathers eventually for Ars Magica, and I also had to travel a little bit for those in the world that I kind of tested everything out on, because I did not spawn in a lot of biomes. There's just a lot of superfluous biomes that were just completely not necessary. If you saw that blue keeper right there, that is a mob from Ars Magica. It actually does damage based on how much mana you have. So it's really not dangerous to me right now, as I have not even achieved the basics for opening up Ars Magica content, essentially. But as you get into that mod, they become a lot more dangerous. So what I need to do to get any sort of Ars Magica stuff to be available to me is I need to find a 2x2 little pool that's naturally generated of essence. And my bed is freaking out on me. Can we sleep? Like, try to sleep. There we go. Alright, we slept. Let's kill this zombie. Yeah, die. Suck it. So those, it's called a mana creeper. Does damage based on mana you have. But I need to travel to a 2x2 little pool of essence. And I'm trying to zoom in and find one on the map. I don't recall finding any. I remember going to a Twilight Forest in a world, and I saw so many of them. So I might go, oh, here's one. Okay, so right there, you can see that little bright blue speck. That is a 2x2 pool of essence. And what I need to do is make a book, a crafting frame, go to that pool and set up the book in the crafting frame on the banks of it, and it will turn into an Ars Magica guidebook, essentially. And that is literally everything you will need to know for doing anything in Ars Magica. And it's a really cool thing, and will detail everything that you need to know. And then it will pop up a mana bar down here in the bottom right, but not over my mouse over text. And then the bottom left, it'll do this thing called, what is it called? It's something like charge, or, man, I forget the actual word. But basically, the more times you cast a spell, doesn't matter what kind of spell, it's basically like fatigue. And the more times you cast a spell, the more it will charge up that red bar, and the higher the red bar is, the more mana a spell costs. So if you spam a spell, it's going to get increasingly more and more mana costly. which is to prevent, you know, just spamming everything and being super, super overpowered. I'm going to take our zombie head, and we are going to go decorate our house with the zombie head because I can. And it will be assigned to the other zombies to stay away. We have iron now, which is good. Iron is, of course, another staple with coal. Really, a lot of the base Minecraft things are actually like the hardest things to get eventually because they're still just as rare, but you need so many more of them because every mod wants to use them and they don't want to add their own things exclusively. So you need a lot of iron and definitely a lot of coal, and to a lesser extent diamonds for a lot of stuff. So these are plants from Ars Magica. They're used to get dusts and stuff, to do all sorts of other stuff. But I think that's a pretty successful first episode. We set up a little base of residence. We explored. I talked about stuff and about the plans. I'm going to eat another berry here. It does like half a haunch. That's terrible. Pretty view out of our front door. I just like sitting here and watching the shadows change and watching the sunrise, and that's what I was kind of doing here as I was AFK, making sure everything was working and just looking at the hillsides over here. We got some big mountain biomes. There's a lot of variety in the biome heights in Biomes of Plenty. So it's definitely a cool world, definitely a good looking world. I apologize if the frame rate is a bit lower than normal. If it's really that bothersome, leave a comment and I will definitely turn it off because I mean for me it's playable, but I know some people might really not enjoy it. I mean you just see the stuttering as I'm turning around. And it probably will only get worse as I go on, and once it does get worse and it's unplayable, I'll definitely turn it off if no one objects to it right now. The other shader mod that I got to work was this, which I edited also a bunch, and it doesn't quite look as good to me. Oh, also I have volumetric clouds on, which will, one, not that good, and two, really eat my FPS, so if I wanted to use it at all, I would turn it off. I get 8 FPS here, but it's like almost like too bright and too over the top for me, which is why I prefer this Paulos lagless shaders, although it's definitely not lagless. It's just less intensive and it's less overhaul-y. It just makes everything just kind of blend better, look nicer, and the water is pretty. So I'm going with these for now. In the future, maybe we'll change, but for now, I like this how it is. But yeah, so that's going to be the episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you look forward to more episodes, more content. I will keep you guys updated. I'm going to be playing on here a lot. Hopefully my friends will be too. I'm going to go caving after this episode, get myself geared up, and then I'll probably go over to that essence pool over there, and we will probably start off the next episode over there, starting our Ars Magica journey. So, look forward to that. I will see you next time. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day. Adios.